afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Stable Condition.
What's going on?
Yep.
Oh, my friends.
You want to tell that real quick?
Nah, we're good.
Purple haze! I'm with my friend. So anyways, we're back. This is episode 2. It is Saturday, April 29th, around 4:05 p.m.
2017.
Correct.
Around 4:05. Bro, it is 4:05.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Our time was almost lost. Not found.
Wow, that was...
4:04, right? No, whatever.
Oh, you gave up on that. God dang, I just got that.
So anyways, just really, I'm gonna make this really quick. Yesterday, April 28th, was my 5-year anniversary of being in this fandom, and it feels like it's been so much longer than that. I really can't believe it's been half a decade.
Half a decade's a long ass time.
I know. In internet years, that's a millennium and a half. So for real,
What the hell? 10 years last night was like a millennium.
It's the internet. Time changes a lot. Time changes like attention spans.
And at different time zones it does.
Yeah, and an internet. Can you imagine how terrible the time zones with internet would be? Anyways, for real, guys, thank you very much for everything. I really, really am honored to have been in this for 5 years. So,
do you remember when you made your first pony song and posted it by chance?
On the iPad.
I can't remember the date, but I do remember what song it was. Yes.
It wasn't Say Daring, was it?
No.
That's my favorite of yours. Shut up.
Favorites. The one you rip on the most.
Hey, you enjoyed my first Say Daring.
Yeah, the first one. Birds of a Feather.
Flock Together.
Do they really?
Murder of Crows.
No, Birds.
That's the whole song title.
It was a Babseed song.
Oh, yeah, I do
It
remember
was
that one.
Birds of a Feather.
On the iPad?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
The first 8 songs I ever did were recorded on the iPad in my kitchen. You know, only the highest of quality, right? But I mean,
when the quality is just right.
There you go. Well, I posted my Faster Than You Know cover of Black Griffin yesterday, so I'll provide a link to that. Feel free to check it out. It's one of my favorite songs of all time, and had a lot of fun with that. So now that
by the way, I'm not gonna say who's doing something for you, but look out for something involving Dewie. What you told me a few nights ago
about someone ripping on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be for a while.
I know, but still, look for that. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm probably gonna be eating popcorn. You'll hear me screaming in delight.
Now, since we both know what we're talking about, would you want me to do a reaction video today?
Yes.
Okay.
But you have to pay the fine, brothers.
Wow, we're actually making this joke.
Yeah, it's been long enough.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna message him and say, I want to do a reaction to your thing. I can't say what it is. Think of me.
Yeah.
Just don't watch it first.
He's a really... No, of course.
Maybe I should do a reaction video of me reacting to you, just like, oh yes. Oh my god, we're gonna make it into a chain.
Yeah.
Like Trixie just playing Mario Kart the entire time.
It's a good game.
Huh? What? Someone's recording me?
It's a good game.
But no, I know what he's talking about. We're going to keep it on wink, wink, nudge, nudge right now, but that's going to be fun. So, yes, thank you for the 5 years. It truly has been amazing. Go check out the Faster Than You Know cover. So, down to business. First off, let's go ahead and do first impressions of Rock Solid Friendship, episode 4 of season 7.
It was a really good one.
Maud is back.
She's awesome.
Well, it was written by Nick Conflone, so...
And Limestone was in it for a little bit.
And so was Marble.
Who?
No. So, anyways, the thing about that is, I can't say for certain yet, but this might, I know we're only 4 episodes in, but this might be my favorite of the season so far.
Way to jump the gun.
This one was a ton of fun.
It really was. Especially some of that music they played.
Well, look, the thing is, I've always liked Maud, but I wouldn't really call myself a Maud fan. I think this episode did it for me. This made me a Maud Pie fan. Because she was amazing in this. She had so many great lines, so many great moments, and her and Starlight bouncing off of each other was fantastic. And
it took a while, but they did start to bounce off each other.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think it's funny that we were making jokes about this earlier. about getting Trixie involved with it. Considering how
Trixie's gonna be so mad.
No. Considering how Trixie used to work on a rock farm herself, I figured that they could probably do something with that as well.
It was that rock farm.
There you go.
Yeah, like in that flashback, you see Igneous.
Hold on. Can we please just take a second and talk about how mind-blowing it is about how Maud indirectly helped Starlight make the cutie vault?
Oh, no, there's no
Beautiful.
indirect. She knew what she was doing.
Oh my god, that was so incredible.
So Maud was the real villain of that season.
Yeah. So Starlight Glimmer, she wasn't a villain at all.
Oh yeah.
But no, seriously, the part that came out and you could see that she had the equal sign keyboard, I was like, oh my god, where is this going? No! And you look back into the villages like still under construction and everything. That was such a cool tie-in.
It's like, oh yeah, it's over there.
If you want to be a cool tie-in.
I thought it was.
I wonder if she found the stick before or after that confrontation.
Honestly, the stick had nothing to do with it.
No, but she would use that stick to
The
pull
staff
away.
of sameness.
Yeah, to pull away the cutie marks to hide
Pull
it.
them away.
Yeah.
I would just constantly hit them until they're too bruised to see anymore.
No, for real. You look at that thing, it looks like it would hurt like hell. So yeah, I would absolutely.
You can gouge someone's eyes, both of them, at the same time.
Twice each eye. Twice for each eye. So yeah, I got to admit, I'm a little surprised that Trixie did not get involved in this. But
It's because she's not a real main character.
Give it time.
well, considering what episode we're reviewing today, don't worry, you'll get yours
Don't
in.
worry.
So
I have to get in my punches now because you're gonna be too much in bliss to feel him later.
yeah, he'll be like on morphine with this.
He'll be as high as a kite.
Hey,
I see
I
what
see
you
what you
did.
did.
Speaking of kites,
Anyways.
I wonder where that came from though. Like I don't know, or she was just like, I like kites.
Nick. No, but you know what? It's one of those things I can totally tell is going to spawn a bunch of really cute fan art.
Dude, the face she made was absolutely adorable, but it melted my black heart.
I really like kites. Also, Derpy.
Oh,
Pop!
oh, pizza.
yeah.
We were making jokes as like the box hit her so hard her eyes go straight, they get fixed. But that was so cute. Yeah.
You think that's it for now, or for first impressions?
Well, we haven't mentioned. I think honestly, as far as first impressions, the only problem I really have with the episode was Pinkie Pie herself.
Oh yeah, but that was the point of the episode.
I know it was.
Yeah.
I know it was. It was just sometimes, at least to me, I felt like it was laid on a little too thick.
Like Philly Vanilli.
Well, no,
But at the same time, I could totally see Pinkie doing that.
I could. I'm not saying it was out of character. or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
But it just kind of a little. Although I mean, it did give some really great moments with Starlight Maud with the cowbells. Oops. Boulder was awesome in this.
Get
He
us out,
saved
boy.
the day.
Yeah, we found out how old he is. He's at least 6,000 years old, so he's older than Celestia.
thought
Doesn't
it was
look a
2,000.
day older than 600. By the way, Maud shredding on guitar. Please make this happen.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it is.
It probably already happened, bro.
It hasn't happened on Derby Brew yet, but give it time.
Give it
Anyways,
time.
I think we're done with first impressions because we keep going. We're just going to review the episode.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's a good
Mhm.
point.
We need to fact check it later though about the whole was the stand up comedy thing a reference to the card?
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of was like, whoa, hold on a second.
Hold on, the whole stable thing, that was a reference to us.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let's-
Yeah, clearly.
Send us the loyalties, Hasbro.
Did you say royalties or loyalties?
Loyalties.
Okay, just making sure you know what the proper term is.
Are you making fun because he's Mexican?
No, you are. You're the one who brought
God,
that.
you're right.
You're the one who brought that up.
Oh, man.
So, anyways, yes.
I'm sorry,
love,
guys.
Love this episode. Can't wait till we actually review it. Any other thoughts?
I think that's
Tibbs,
it.
you don't get
I
a
think we're
thought.
good. Aw.
On to All Bottled Up.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
my
perfect.
favorite of this season so far.
Why is it your favorite so far,
Trixie's
Trixie?
in it.
But Trixie.
No, but seriously, I freaking love this episode. Like, while while y'all three are at BabsCon, I'm pretty sure y'all guys could hear me
I
all the way
already
from
told you in
Plano.
the call while I was at Babs, like, I could feel your screaming.
While you
I
were
was
asleep.
I felt the ground shake. I was like, oh, so that's what that rumble was.
Being in San Francisco, you think, oh, it's just an earthquake that could kill us all, but no, it's just
Yeah, it was the sass on Trixie. It's just like, you made Twilight's table to vanish. Teleport.
And since you brought that up, I have to bring this up to all of our listeners. It was very much a coming to Celestia moment for me.
What was?
That me and Trixie were basically the same character
Oh.
throughout that entire episode.
Yeah, you absolutely are.
Oh my god, he told me that like when he saw the episode and called me about it, I was just like, wow. Does that mean that Clayton is Starlight?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that's a pretty apt comparison actually.
I remember we were showing this episode to Bucky, and it's the scene where she puts her anger into the bottle, and I'm just like, do you get it? Do you get it? And then like 5 minutes later, he's just like, what, bottling up her emotions? Yeah, I got it. Okay.
I just want to make sure you got it.
I kept asking like every
Sure,
10
none of our
seconds.
viewers will get the inside joke on that.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell about it when we get to the past episodes. So yeah, that was okay. Real quick, you know I was gonna ask this.
Hmm?
Give me your best Teacup impersonation.
Why?
This is cute.
Teacup.
A teacup.
Teacup.
Teacup. A teacup. A teacup.
You know, it was rumored that a place called Equestria used to be here.
Oh yeah.
And now it's teacups. Nothing but teacups.
Have you ever had tea cakes? Actually,
I have. They're good.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Makes me want to try them. Speaking
You're
of,
gonna get pretzels instead.
she just splats the pretzels on the table like, here, give that to Twilight.
Yeah, that was the first moment I was like, oh crap, something's wrong.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those.
Oh,
Because I mean, yeah, the whole teacup thing. To me, at least, that's forgivable because it's like, hey, you know, she did her first magic thing. She's excited, and then
pretzels.
and also the whole yay, Trixie!
That was
And the raising
adorable.
of Starlight's arms.
Praise Trixie,
Yeah, that look on Starlight's face is what makes it for me. It's just I'm so done with this.
Already?
The intro theme hasn't even played yet, and I'm already done. And also the great photoshops with the Titanic.
Oh my
Oh, yeah, I've
goodness.
seen that one.
I love it so
It is
much.
beautiful. Let's see. So yeah, the episode got. Oh, speaking of.
Oh, thanks you for the pretzels. We won't be hungry on the way.
No, knock him out.
No, it's like, well, not get hungry.
Something like that. Thank you for giving this to us as motivation to stay full, because we don't want to eat them. The whole tea cakes thing, because I've never tried one. This episode actually made me want to try something else that I've never done before. An escape room. Because those are becoming more and more popular.
There is one.
There's one that
close.
just opened up down the street.
Yeah.
And I've never done one before. And
Theirs was pretty easy
I
though.
will sabotage you guys so hard.
well, we know
Please don't.
Well, we know who to leave locked in the room.
What?
But yeah, it's like I already knew what an escape room was, but seeing is like, okay, well, obviously there has to be some level of truth to how it is, you know, with what we've seen in the show. It's like that actually seems kind of interesting. I'd like to try it sometime. Of course, we beat the Griffins because we're not going to bust out in the song at the last second.
Excuse you? You will.
Me?
You're a musician.
What?
Me specifically.
We'll have each other's backs, and you're the one with the key, and like, Clayton, give us the key. Put it in.
I'm doing a dance number, and I'm like, doing this, and the number is you trying to get the key away from me. 15 seconds. We have 15 seconds until the record is no longer evaluated. Until the end of time.
We're just like, give me the damn key.
Guys, you're getting this wrong. Knowing him, he sings something from Rush.
Well, he would join me then. Don't lie to yourself. And
Tips
don't,
can't sing.
depends
though.
on-
don't lie to yourself and damn well
I'm
don't
just
lie
saying,
to
depends
me.
on the song.
Between the wheels.
Well, my
Okay.
friends.
I'm with my friend.
Purple hairs are with my friends. I have to tell that story sometime. That blew my mind.
Oh, you're not right though.
No, you're not.
It sounds.
We
just
looked
like
the lyrics up.
It's wrong.
Oh my god. So, anyways, yes, the escape. Oh, we were talking about this earlier. I love the as you know, both plots are starting to unfold and everything. I love the juxtaposition between the main six and Trixie and Starlight.
It's so
like,
great.
I am so good. I'm so happy Twilight is not here to see this. I wish Starlight was here to see this. You know what the funny thing is? It was, to me, the best example of it was the song itself. Everything is so happy and poppy. Exactly. That was amazing.
By the way,
Perfect.
I have to say this much: Trixie really does love her some nuts.
Cinnamon. There's cinnamon nuts, bro. So does
King's nuts. They're delicious.
Hey, King's Nuts at Scarborough Fair are delicious.
just so does Granny Smith and that other pony.
Of course, Granny Smith does.
And both biceps.
Well, he sells them. He has to like
Oh,
them.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
What? I wear many hats.
Ah, nuts. Ah, nuts.
But I like the song. The song itself was really good.
was
First song
okay.
in the season.
Not the series, but
yeah.
It was
the
okay.
season.
Like, I guess it's kind of like it's another song about friendship.
well,
and
it's a pop song. It's totally a pop song, but that's what it's supposed to be.
I know, but like they've already had so many songs about friendship in
Well,
general.
they do, but it's
so-
like
I don't
wait, like
I don't hate it. It's just it could.
no, it's
yeah.
like the way I see it. It's supposed like at least to me, it's one of those songs that is self-aware of what it's doing. Like the purpose of the song in this is so they don't break the record.
And also just to rub in the face of what Starlight and Trixie are dealing
Oh,
with.
yeah.
Yeah, and also, I mean, in a saving grace, Starlight did call it because as they're at the train station, it's like, if I know them, they're gonna have some bonding experiences, a friendship lesson, and they're gonna sing a song. It's like, so the show just told us it's gonna be a song. I like this.
And then you hear like the beat picking up. It's like, oh, here it is.
Make me feel so queasy. It was like, well, there you go.
Oh, she's right. She's good.
Sweet.
That's the best song so far.
I still want to do something with that. But yeah, like to me, that sums up this episode in a perfect pun. It sums it up in a nutshell.
I don't get it.
Thank you, because they were having cinnamon nuts. Haha. But just happy. Starlight!
Happy.
I didn't even know you had a pass, Granny Smith.
Oh my God. You don't have to keep bringing up a dang pass. I didn't know you had a pass.
And I love like when Trixie's just eating the nuts in the background. Sorry, throws them away.
Yeah.
Like every time, I was like, oh, she paid for those
I could
nuts.
use that brooch. I was like, well, we don't have any tables around here.
But she's homeless. She doesn't have money for a brooch.
She's not homeless.
I
I'm
once
not
hang out
homeless.
with a really cute homeless person.
That was that was TJ Pones, right?
Yep.
I thought so. That was so great.
I'm not homeless.
So she is a liar because she says she doesn't trust wheels. There's wheels on her wagon.
Maybe that's why she doesn't trust wheels, because she has to depend on them right now. So.
Or she just needed an excuse to torture Snips and Snails.
Do you need an excuse? I think not.
Hey, Snails is cool now.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Snips is not redeemed
He's
yet.
just good at catching balls.
And
providing-
carrying his water.
Hey, thank you.
Not your water.
Oh,
Dude, you're pregnant.
I'm pretty sure that's not what I was going for.
That's what I was going for last night.
I'll provide a link to carry my water. Thank you very much for listening. All right, so so yeah, the whole
I wear many hats.
he's also got many jobs, it seems.
My nut cart.
So he sells cinnamon nuts, which actually sound really good right now. He sells cinnamon nuts. He works at the spa. Those are the two we have confirmed. And
I'm sure he has more.
I was gonna say, do you think they're gonna keep running with this joke like he's gonna have more and more jobs? I'd love to see him also at the Hayburger. Bulk Biceps got like a small,
tiny tray like that doesn't even.
A tiny tray and a tiny outfit that doesn't even fit his huge muscles. It was like, thank you. Would you like your Hayburger with medium rare or rare? I don't know.
How do you make rare hay?
You just give it to them.
Magic. That's how.
You give it to Dewie and he dies.
I'm very allergic to hay. Yes, thank you.
Thank God you didn't know me back in high school. Cause I was always covered in hay.
Ugh.
Working with horses, bro.
I know. One of the biggest ironies. Ironies. Yeah. As much as I love ponies and as much as I love the Brody fandom, I'm actually extremely allergic to horses.
So make sure to send all your tufts of horsehair to gmail.com.
I'm gonna laugh if I give out my actual address one day. I'm gonna get in the mail.
Just get a P.O. box.
No, yeah, a PO box, and one day I'm gonna get 9 different envelopes, each filled with horse danders. Guys, this isn't funny. Immediately break out in the hives, because believe me, I will.
And then you can make a violin bow with them.
That's true. But I mean, medieval times is one of my favorite places to go, but I can't even go there without pilling up beforehand to have a chance at not breaking out in the hives. It sucks.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Still have never been there.
Really fun.
that's right. We need to fix that. I love it.
You need to go without your medication so I can see some hives.
No, we're not.
It's either that or we all go to Six Flags
We can do both.
and
Yeah,
ride on
go
roller coasters.
Oh yeah,
No.
you can go on Titan.
No.
You can go on.
Man, Dewey.
No.
Not
Go
on
on
Mr.
everything.
Freeze.
No, that goes backwards.
I know.
That's why it's so
No!
great.
No! Tangent alert.
And they have a new coaster, the Joker, I want to try on.
I don't know that one.
Me neither.
Anyways, so here's a question for you. What's your favorite not Trixie related thing in this episode?
I love how exhausted Starlight gets throughout the
Yeah.
whole day. It's like,
It really is one of those bless her heart things. Oh my God, I did feel bad for her because
she's
she.
like, oh god.
God, there's more.
And if it's not that, it's Spike washing the teacups.
Oh yes.
You can see in his face like, where do we get all these damn teacups?
Well, I mean,
I feel so sorry for him.
yeah.
I do too.
Oh my
A
goodness.
teacup. A teacup.
Hey, yeah, I'm just gonna stand over here.
Yeah, it's like, no. How about on something that's not living? Not living.
It won't be as impressive.
Spike isn't really living. He's just suffering.
Slowly dying and decaying inside
Yeah.
until the great void.
You
finds-
made her take it disappear. Teleport.
God, what a smart ass.
Yeah, I would have said that in a friggin' heartbeat.
Yeah, you absolutely would have. Luck had a really funny comment on this episode.
Why are you bringing him into
Luck.
this?
Ugh.
Why do you mention him?
Luck.
You know how I
Must
feel
not be
about
named.
We don't associate with him.
I do. I've got a Loudsdale with him. I'm sorry.
But
But-
we're not associated with him, so thus it is majority rule.
So,
is still best princess.
so anyways, because of the red storm cloud and everything, and because when we were watching it, his comment was, "This episode is brought to you by Adobe After Effects."
I don't get it.
They used After Effects to make that storm cloud.
Do they really?
Yes.
Storm. Bottle up her emotions. Do you get it?
Yeah, because all bottled up.
Do you get it?
Yes.
No, but do you get it?
Do you really get it?
I get the joke that you were making. Yes.
Okay.
I just had to make sure.
Yeah.
I just gotta make sure. You understand how it goes.
Do you understand roughly?
Yes. So the lesson in this is actually really, really good about how sometimes you do need to be straightforward and tell your friends when they piss you off.
Yeah. Because if you don't,
They'll
Yeah,
get all
this-
bottled up.
Hey, what a tie-in!
and they'll be like Trixie. I mean, J-Thor.
What? What'd I do?
Traythor.
Traythor. And then they'll have cinnamon nuts and...
No, it's Trixor. Get it right.
Well, he already knows he pisses me off, so...
I do? Never talk to me.
Have you ever
Have you
noticed-
not seen this episode and its moral?
Have you guys noticed how many bottles of red magic I keep stored in my room?
How much?
No,
What?
those aren't red, sir.
Yes, they are.
Sir, you need to go to the doctor for that.
When the 3 ponies get corrupted, they look so evil at first.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's just angry.
It's like, why are they looking at me like
You make me so mad!
I barely even know you.
And you don't have to keep bringing up a darn past! I didn't know you had a past! God, what was it,
Those were your pretzels?
Oh, yeah. You destroyed my tea cakes!
Where did she get those pretzels anyways if they weren't in the castle?
Dude, she's...
Hey, that's homeless food.
I was about to say, she's homeless. She found those and she found the...
She's not homeless. She
Like,
carries her home everywhere. That's not homeless.
How's she carrying it when it has
She
wheels?
pulls
That's right, it's pulling.
There you go.
Get
I
it
corrected
right.
myself.
Ah,
You know what?
I
Take
love
that, Night Pain.
I protected you, not paying. I protected our senior member on this podcast.
Hi, Clayton.
But yes, the lesson is actually a pretty simple one, and it's pretty straightforward, but it is a very good one.
It's effective.
Yeah. You need, because that's the thing that well, let's be honest, we ourselves have had this problem in the past as well as other friends of ours, and I know God only knows how many other groups out there, but it's a communication thing. You've got to be straightforward with your friends, and if they're doing something that bothers you, you've got to tell them. Because Trixie actually had a line in this that I really, really liked. Was something of, it's going to take she said at the end, our friendship is stronger than a couple of angry words. And that's good. It's like, no, it's like if your friendship is going to end or whatever just because of a time when you two get pissed off at each other, it wasn't a very good friendship to begin with.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I really, really like that. And maybe for that, I don't want to say for that reason alone, but it's a big contributor. That's why, honestly, Trixie is my MVP for this episode.
Well, yeah, of course she is.
You do not get to answer that because we all know what you're going to give.
I know. Star Swirl the Bearded.
Yeah.
He did really good in this episode.
Oh, he killed it. Like that one
10
part,
out of 10.
yeah, like that one part when he said...
And he did that
Oh,
thing, too.
no, that was Marvel.
No.
No, dude. My favorite Marvel line was,
Which one?
You know, I do actually like the headcanon someone put out there that Trixie... You don't have to get angry, Trixie. I'm sorry.
I'm just getting my phone.
Trixie.
I'm sorry. He scared me. Oh, God. But one of my favorite headcanons out there is that Trixie's actually the great grand
Daughter
of
Star
Star
Swirl.
Swirl.
yeah.
Interesting. I like it.
Mhm.
I mean, I've heard some pretty crazy headcanons before. That's not that ridiculous. Probably one of the craziest ones I heard was like, I'm not gonna go like, oh my god, that's so stupid. It was just like, whoa, that's kind of,
Out there.
yeah, very out there. Was that back whenever Starlight was still a villain, it was said that Starlight is before Flurry Heart, Starlight Glimmer is Shining Armor and Cadence's daughter from the future.
Oh yeah, I remember,
You remember
you
that
telling me
one?
about
It was
that.
like, whoa, where'd you get that?
That's stupid. They're stupid.
Well, I mean, you don't have to go hurting feelings.
They don't have feelings if they come with something like that. They're probably fat and ate them. I can say it because I'm fat. They are saying.
His words, ladies and gentlemen, not mine. So, yes, Trixie is my MVP for this. Although, I gotta say, I gotta give an honorable mention, honestly, to, he didn't have a name, but whoever was the coordinator of the escape room.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of Griffins beat the record in an hour.
Spike was also
You can tell
really
that
good
is
in
a
this
pony that
episode.
hates his life.
Or he just got out of school. That's his first job.
What's the
Oh, you're
difference?
so close. You were off by 2 seconds. Maybe if you didn't sing that song.
was, maybe you shouldn't have sang that song. Ah, nuts!
Oh my god.
Rainbow Dash was so hurt too. That's what I'm.
Because it's like Griffins. They're not even people.
Rainbow Dash actually had a line that I really liked in this. It was, "Come on, Griffins don't even like each other. We're the poster ponies of friendship. Come on!"
Yeah?
And they still lost to him.
By 2 seconds.
Maybe you shouldn't have sang that song.
I can tell you one thing. If Gabby would have done it, then
Oh God.
she would have won in like a couple seconds.
For real though, like
Mhm.
I would argue that this is one of. I wouldn't say it's but it's one of the best placements of a song in an episode.
It's
So-
just, it's for comedic timing.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I mean, yeah, it's a good, fun song, but its sole purpose is to delay time. Is like,
I was hoping that would happen too.
What?
Like at the end of the song, it's like, you're gonna lose the record.
and it did.
Yeah.
It was because I mean, I really did think, okay, the main six are gonna break the record because hey, friendship. In fact, Trixie had a line of that, because magic is friendship and stuff.
Yeah. Casting the spell.
Seriously though, I hated Trixie so much in this one.
I loved Trixie.
Really, shock of the century.
Oh my goodness, it was so great.
That
Though.
teacup. Does this make you?
She did create an abomination against God, though. I'm not talking about Flurry Heart.
The teacup dog.
The teacup poodle.
Sorry,
That thing was begging for death. I'm
sorry. I thought I was thinking of a teacup and a poodle at the same time. Or
No, she specifically said a teacup poodle is what she was thinking of.
Right.
Because that is a type of poodle.
A Oh, really?
You ever heard of teacup dogs?
No. Oh, because
They're literally
so small,
as
they're like
small as a
teacups.
teacup.
Okay.
Dude, put a picture up.
Give some sort of reference.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen them before.
Okay, hang on. Let me mark it down so I can put it for our listeners.
Oh, by the way, Bailey says fuck you. I know you're going to be editing this out, so
Yeah.
I just had to deliver the message.
Mm-hmm.
A teacup.
The teacup!
Oh
Alright, hang on.
The teacup stunner!
my god! Someone stop the damn match!
He's dead!
Okay, so hold on.
Did you pause the recording?
No, it's still going. It's just
Wookiee's gonna edit this out.
well, I was. I'm just saying. Here is where we come back in because we're looking it up here.
Okay.
Oh
See?
my god!
I
You were
told
kidding.
you.
Look at
Aww. They're in teacups.
this. They look fake.
They look fake, but they're real dogs.
You gotta put. Aww, that's so
No,
Do the
cute.
Pomeranian one.
This one looks like a stuffed animal.
It does.
Do the Pomeranian one.
From here, it looks like he has buttons.
Yeah, like for
Yeah.
eyes.
Which one?
Go up a little bit.
Sure.
See the little palm? It's on the second row, third one.
This one?
Aww.
I feel like I could take him and put him on the end of a duster and use that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Are you sure that's a dog?
Yeah, it is.
They're
is
so
like a-
tiny.
It's a ball of concentrated fluff.
But yeah, I wasn't lying.
They're tiny.
So yeah, that makes the joke funnier actually. That it's a teacup. No, let's look up a teacup poodle. She did say teacup poodle, right?
I guess maybe if there's anything different.
She did say teacup poodle.
Oh my god!
I told you.
This one is
I
quite
warned
literally
you.
in a teacup.
I warned you.
Is that,
You did.
is that a bow in its
That
head?
legit
Yep.
looks like,
Yes.
like someone sculpted it or something.
Yeah, it looks like
You can't sculpt life.
one of Shell Shock's art pieces.
He does art.
1,000 nights. Wait,
Oh, you.
that's
you
a Shell
spear-
Shock.
Yeah,
Spearhead.
I'm sorry. Yes,
Wow.
Spearhead. Spearhead.
Jeez, dude.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, shell shock.
Friend of ours.
Oh,
Sorry, Spearhead. That's Spearhead.
that's great.
1,000 nights in a hallway.
How much more black?
Score!
Oh my god, art is so evocative. I wasn't even going for that emotion. Score!
We're getting way too
I
into the next episode.
I cannot
Yeah,
wait
yeah.
to get into that. Yeah, that's our next episode. All right, so
A teacup.
a teacup. Wow, that really is a teacup poodle, and it is a picture of a
Teacup poodle in a
teacup
teacup.
poodle in a teacup. So let me mark this down because I gotta show them for it. I
Yeah.
gotta show them because it is pretty cute. Because I'll be honest, normally I do not like poodles, but I do like this one. This is cute.
That was adorable.
All right. So anything else to say on the episode?
My MVP was actually Starlight for this one.
For just
Actually,
being
no, it's a tie between Starlight and Spike.
Spike was great.
Is it Starlight too because she was
'Cause
such a trooper?
I've gone through that so many times with you. Back in the old days.
Hey, about to say, excuse you. That's me now.
No, that's back in the old days.
Good for that. But yeah, that's the app that you are Trixie and I am Starlight. Kind of hurts.
Imagine how I felt.
Mm.
Waking up and like, oh yeah, the episode came out. I'm going to look it up on A Question Daily.
Oh.
Start watching it after the Human Transmutation Circle. The episode comes, I'm like, this is kind of hitting a little too close to home.
Hey man.
And then I pause halfway through the episode. I'm like, Trixie, I've noticed something. I may be your waifu.
Let's see. So yeah,
It's still it's my favorite episode of this season so far.
can't say
And
I'm
then
surprised.
and then today's was second, definitely.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, don't know. No. You're gonna
Totally.
get me in on that. Okay, so MVPs. Trixie, I guess undecided.
No, it's between Spike and Starlight. Glim Glam.
You had to pick one?
Pick one, Glim Glam.
Okay.
I would say Trixie or Spike.
If you had to pick one.
Trixie.
Yes.
Man, you guys are nerds. Glam for life.
I mean, I totally
What?
agree with that, but
But you chose someone else. No longer Glam fan.
Too bad Glam's a stupid nickname.
you like Glim, right?
Yeah, because it's not Starlight Glamour.
Well, it's not, but yeah.
It is to some people out there that can't read.
What's funny is this is coming from someone who is literally dyslexic.
I'm dyslexic.
That's what I'm saying.
Why you gotta make fun of me? And by the way, it's Lizdexia.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is it Saridarius?
You broke my brain there.
I'm totally sorry. I understand it's like leaking in a different language for you. Well, I think I know how to get to JWhoof.
Stop speaking in pig Latin.
It's spoonerisms.
Silver
Or as they
spoon?
call them, runerspisms.
Okay, now you're just messing with my mind now.
No, I'm not. I am not. Alright, so, let's see. Is there anything else to say about the episode? I really, really enjoyed this one. It was cool that they played both the episode 1 and episode 2 together, even though they're two separate, different episodes.
Yeah, it was like we said last time. It's nice to have a non Equestria in peril.
I love
Opening
it when it's
season
like
like
that. Again,
that.
that was like I think I said this.
Hey, it
last
was for imaginary Starlight Glimmer. She died several times.
That's true. Lava! And yeah, the rest is death. So yeah, overall, really, really like this one.
Yeah, she got devoured by changelings.
We're talking about.
I know, I'm just saying for the first episode, devoured by changelings.
So are you like bugs or something?
Thrown into lava, and then just the void.
The void of
Yeah.
wherever that thing takes them.
It probably takes them
To the truth.
I was gonna say it probably takes them to the.
That's a Full Metal Alchemist reference for you guys out there.
Good for you.
Mhm.
I was gonna say it probably takes them to the Full Metal Alchemist universe. So while J Thor gets his vape in, go ahead.
He has to let us know that he vapes.
In case we forgot.
Those are 14 seconds in your hurts.
You deserve that.
Woo!
Oh my. Okay.
That woke me up.
Stay woke. So,
You stay thick.
excuse you.
You're fat. Get over it.
Wow.
That was gross.
That was Trixie. So, anyways, our discussion this time is what makes a pony convention special?
I say, honestly, conventions in general, but we're going to be sticking with pony conventions.
Well,
And throwing a few out there.
we can make comparisons to other kinds
I
of
know, but
conventions.
I'm also saying conventions in general, because not every brony's going to be able to go to a pony con. They'll probably have local anime cons, but what makes it special?
What basically, let me rephrase the question. What separates this from other conventions?
Tibbs, you start.
Yeah.
Oh man, way to throw me under the bus like that. What, like just PonyCons in general? What makes it different from other conventions?
What
Or-
separates them, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just
Because, real quick, I think we all agree that pony cons, out of all the types of different conventions we've been to, pony conventions are our personal number one favorites, yes?
Yeah, they're the only
Mhm.
ones I'm going to this year.
Trixie?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. And I'm absolutely the same way. So,
yeah, I would say so.
okay.
Although you did
With that in mind, proceed.
I think it would have to be. I think the
Oh, stop that.
attendees.
You're a liar.
I think first and foremost. I think the attendees first and foremost. You know.
In what way?
I don't know. I'm trying to word this because I've
They're
been
a lot
obviously
friendlier.
both. Oh yeah, a lot more. I would guess approachable, you know, than other attendees at other cons. Like you don't really get the type of
See, I'm gonna be devil's advocate for you here, but
Okay.
really, do you think that? Because I've gone to plenty of anime conventions and stuff like that, where I've just gone up and talked to random ass people I've never met in my life and hit it off just fine with them.
Mm-hmm.
So what separates this? Yes, I'm gonna put you on spot here.
I know. I know. I have to think about that one, personally.
Fine, we'll come back to you, but we are coming back to you, Trixie.
Well, like what he was saying when it comes to the people who do attend it, like the thing is that this is like a weird kind of show. How it wasn't originally targeted towards people of our age or ours. And,
Are you calling us old?
well, yes.
Older.
We're all pretty old here, but
It's because I have gray hairs, isn't it?
Go ahead.
it's because of that weirdness that kind of like everyone knows like what we're here for in a pony convention, and because of that, like we're able to hitch it off with pretty much anyone there because we're all pretty weird.
As I've been able to make the joke numerous times, it's the only place on earth where I can take that Pinkie Pie plushie of mine, hold it, and go up to a group of people like, man, you guys are weird.
As you're cuddling the
Exactly, you guys are weird, and have everybody start laughing. Which I did that at Nightmare Nights, and it proved the point just fine.
Oh, did
Well,
it?
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm going to counter what you just said.
Me?
Yeah. Nowhere in Anime Con will you go to where someone can just set up a random TV, put on one episode of something, and everyone just shuts up and sits down and watches and has a good time.
What was that a counterpoint to?
Just you're saying that you went up to people at anime cons
Yeah.
and you talked to random people, you hit it off just fine. You can do that at any con, but with pony cons, we all have one central thing. With the anime con, comic con, there's multiple facets.
Mm-hmm.
Not just multiple, like hundreds.
Like sub-genres of pon.
That means multiple.
Yeah.
Mean
What about
several.
what about a furry convention where
Furries are the same. Look, you have Darkwing Duck, Tailspin. I'm mostly naming Disney shows because all I can think of, but you have all those. My Little Pony, you have My Little Pony.
That's fair.
You have different generations, but no
Basic.
offense, they're all there for Gen 4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to connect with the people there because they're there for the same thing.
Well, no, that's a counterpoint I agree with completely. And again, that's why that story I mentioned last time on the show was everyone just sitting down together and watching Party Poop. That's why that spoke to me so much. That was
Yeah, that's why
awesome.
I brought that up.
And I'm glad you
'Cause-
did. It's a very good point.
Because that's what makes these conventions so much more special is the fact that we have these people we can talk to, people that are also antisocial in certain cases, people who are extrovert and all that kind of stuff.
You mean introvert?
I'm saying that was introvert
And-
before
okay,
extrovert.
Okay.
Extroverted people, and you just all have one common thing. With the anime con, you have people that are going there just to cosplay, or just like Naruto, or anything Shonen Jump. They only like things done by Funimation. They're going to clash a lot, but with ponies, we have the one show.
We do clash, but it's nowhere near as much.
Yeah, I know, but still, we can put on an episode of from My Little Pony and all sit down and watch it and still get some enjoyment out of it.
And I want to say, I can't say for certain, but I want to say that I actually did take a picture of that too. Of everyone just sitting down and watching Party Poops, because that was so cool.
What day was that? Sunday?
Sunday.
Yeah, it was
like,
Sunday.
It was like half an hour to an hour before closing ceremonies, and that's what people like. The line didn't form just yet, but everyone was just kind of killing time. I was over on the side having that little pony racing car game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not racing car, but like the whole pony derby thing. It was like,
Yeah.
and they're off. And I would look over and I'd just see people continuing to watch it. It was Party Poops, and that wasn't just it. They kept that going for several episodes.
I know, I'm just saying.
And that, to me, that was so cool.
And not only that, Clayton, you're very much an extrovert person.
I like to think so, yeah.
Like, for a lot of people that are introverted, they can't do that at Anime Con. They can do that at Pony Con.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like I know this is a point I have brought up many occasions in the past, but I stand by it, is to me the number one point that above all else that sells me on these pony cons is the I word, intimacy, because I get that by the crap ton at pony conventions. I still love the anime conventions we go to, because A-Fest is always going to have a special place in my heart. That was my first convention ever. It's always gonna have a special place and whatnot.
And that's the same thing with me. A-Con was my first convention, but I can't love A-Con anymore because it's just the party con now. It's not the con I went there for back when I was 13 years old.
I still have a respect for A-Con, but I'm gonna sit out this year.
I have to have respect for him because I work for him technically, but
That's neither here nor there.
exactly. But that's the thing. I'm not going to be going to A-Con this year, and it's not because they're moving to Fort Worth or anything like that.
I'll admit it kind of is for me.
It's going to be that way for a lot of people, but it's just not the con I used to love.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was at the Sheridan, it was a great con. I absolutely loved it.
I didn't
Even though
mind it
the
at the
escalators always shut down on us.
Hey, I didn't mind it at the Anatole. First year was pure hell, but after that it was not bad.
Yeah, but not only that, just being a con working person, you notice a bunch of other things that other people won't.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with A-Con this last year, just really ruined it for me.
Mm-hmm.
With PonyCons, I still go into con working mode if I'm not working the convention, but I still have a damn good time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like I'm pretty sure I told you this before, but using Brony Fest as a really good example for this is prior to Brony Fest, because Brony Fest was my first pony convention ever.
Mine too.
Yeah, prior to that, I
Hell,
had
it was
known.
mine too.
Well, prior to that, I had known nothing but A-Cons and A-Fest.
Mhm.
Big budget anime conventions that occupy downtown Dallas, what will draw in big crowds of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. So I was so used to that big, wide, wow, there's no end to this.
Yeah.
So whenever I get to a really, really small convention like Brony Fest, my first, Friday night when I realized that everything was shutting down so soon and, everything had just kind of fallen to a chill, I'll admit I was incredibly disappointed and a little upset, but it was because I was so spoiled by what all I had known my whole life prior to that. And by the time Saturday rolls around and I get to see this, this chill and this closeness play out more and more, that's whenever I discovered this intimacy that I sing the highest praises of. And even the really big pony conventions that we've been to, like BabsCon, that's got that. BabsCon's big. BabsCon's pretty damn big in my books.
It's very much a medium-sized con from
I think it's the
my
perfect
years of
size
experience.
Well, compared to venues like Brony Fest and Nightmare Nights, because let's face it, the Crown Plaza is not that big.
No, Nightmare Nights is still very much a small con.
And I love that.
I'm saying in terms of other conventions I've been to, because I've been to Comic Cons,
Yeah.
I've been to animation,
RTX.
especially RTX.
Midwest
yeah.
Brony Fest was pretty big too.
No, Midwest Brony Fest was a really small con.
Well, it was a giant convention center.
It wasn't giant.
To me, it was. Look, it's kind of funny. I've been to 43 conventions now. That's the only convention that was in a convention center. Yeah, let that sink in.
Just wait till you get to BronyCon.
True.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That is going to be massive. But that is the theory with this. Is even though BronyCon is going to be gargantuan, it will still have that intimacy that I'm after. So let's find out. But when it comes to stuff like Nightmare Nights, when it comes to Brony Fest, hell, even Midwest Brony Fest and BabsCon, my answer is absolutely. We absolutely still had that intimacy, especially at Brony Fest and Nightmare Nights. So that's why, to me, there's a ton of things. But at the end of the day, the number one thing, that is what makes Pony Convention special. And that's what separates them from others, is they have an intimacy that cannot be matched by any anime convention or, no offense to them, any furry convention.
Yeah, this is where I'm going to go on a bit of a rant, because the real reason why I want to bring this up
So,
because I know a lot of people that go to conventions for one thing only.
This was your topic anyway, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
So it was last week. I'm on a roll.
We could
go.
we could start doing a raffle, like who picks the topic this week.
Tibbs never could come up with a topic.
Well, you're going to have to start trying. All right. And no, I haven't forgotten about you. We're coming back to you.
All right.
But the main reason I wanted to bring up this topic is because a lot of people seem to go to conventions for the wrong reasons. And this is purely opinionated, so call me out on
what
it.
defines the wrong reason?
Going there just for merch. Going there to party and just find someone to have some pleasure time with. I know a lot of people that have done that for both. Just going there for autographs. What I suggest you do is go there with friends.
Makes a hell of a difference.
If you don't have friends that are going to this con, go there and try to make some.
Mm.
You'll make all kinds of new friends, and it'll be a much better experience for you. If you're just going there to fulfill a desire and spend money, you're going for the wrong reason.
Mm-hmm.
You honestly are.
Okay, let me know when you're done with this point, because I have something to add to that myself.
Because I'm gonna call out one of our friends on this, Hot John. He's never gonna listen to this. He rarely leaves that room, yet he spends all this money. Main thing he'll go to is the vendor hall and the charity auction.
I didn't know you had a genuine problem with that, with him specifically.
Well, he's just the best example I can pull up for this.
Okay.
For BabsCon, he paid for both of our rooms.
Extremely generous.
Oh yeah, extremely generous. I'm not getting on to him. I'm just saying, Like, I feel he could have a much better time if he didn't just stay in the room, watch his streams and all kinds of stuff on his laptop, go to the vendor's hall, go to the charity auction, and then go to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
He does 4 things throughout that convention.
And I will admit, while there is a nice charm to it, every now and then, I will admit it can get a little annoying where, like, every time I see him and every time he talks, almost every time I see him or every time he talks to me, he wants to get me so drunk. Just because I want to try. He wants me to try whatever drink he's got, which I'm flattered, and that's super cool. But he's also
we still have to get drunk because we're bros.
Well, I mean, my point is, we've got other things we're focusing on.
Yeah.
I'm not there to get plastered. Did I get plastered? I got a good buzz at Babs, but I didn't get, annihilated like I did at Alcon.
Me and Tibbs didn't get drunk this year either.
The mango rum is really good.
Yeah, 2 got.
Huh?
These 2.
Oh, yeah. They were far gone.
But I'm just saying, like, if a friend can't go there and try to have a good experience yourself. What's the worst something can happen? You talk to someone, they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Their loss.
Oh yeah, like I was at the when I was waiting at the what was it? The autograph line. So there was like a guy.
This most recent Babs.
Yeah, this recent BabsCon. There was a guy behind me that this was his first convention ever.
Okay.
PonyCon, and I talked to him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, he just had like those first con like
jitters."
Oh yeah, he had like all of that, and we talked for like a good couple minutes.
Okay.
And it was just like. It's like one of those reasons why, again, the attendees is because it reminds me of like...
Was he having a good time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was having a blast. And, even, standing in line and going to see the guests, for the first time is really cool to him.
Because, especially for people that, are starting to get into the show and are still in that kind of that starstruck phase of it, which, I mean, let's be honest, we've all done that. And to an extent, we are still in it. It's like, oh my god, that's so-and-so, or oh my god, blah, blah, blah. He probably got that same kind of rush there. It's like, oh my god, that's really Ashley Ball. Mm-hmm. Holy crap, that's really Nick Confalone. Mm-hmm. How does he say his name? I keep...
Confalone.
Okay. I always feel bad about that. Mm-hmm. But it's like, oh my god, that's Tara Strong. Whoa, that's Rarity. There's Tabitha. Mm-hmm. This is really physically them here in the flesh.
Dude, that's how I felt with Matt Hill.
Exactly.
I was like, oh my god, that's Ed?
That's, again, when I knew it was Soren at first, and then as I was waiting in, as we were both in line, that's whenever I overheard somebody say that it's also Big Ed. I was like, nuh-uh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I knew he was Soren, but that was it. I didn't know he was from another thing in my childhood.
Yeah.
But yeah, so something I wanted to address about that, 2 things actually, is I don't want to name drop, even though I know he'll never listen to this, but I used to have a friend who was super big in he probably still is. I haven't talked to the guy in a while, but he is super.
Is someone I know?
I've mentioned him before.
Okay, then I don't know him personally.
You don't. No, you've never met him. He's super big into anime. Mm-hmm. He's super big into anime. He collects figurines. He does all that stuff.
Oh god, I went through that phase a long time.
Well, I mean, if you ask me, he does
Never left it.
It's not the best use of his funds, but that's...
Yeah, neither here or there.
Yeah. Well, it's not so bad whenever... It wouldn't be so bad whenever he would spend all of his money on these and then turn around and, ask us, hey, can you guys spot me for dinner when we all go out? That's
Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, he would absolutely. Wow. That's where I had a problem with it. If you spend all your money on that, that's fine. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. But don't do that and then expect us to always cover you when we go out for dinner just so you can keep buying these figurines. That's where my problem is.
Can you spot me? I bought a bunch of My Little Pony merchandise.
You know what? I understand. I got you. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I spent my money on signatures.
Just real quick, because I know I'm going to forget about this. For those that haven't checked Question Daily, the art of the My Little Pony movie.
Oh, yes. I need to look
That's for pre-order. I think it's like $34. It's coming out in August. And also the second information book.
Ooh.
Covering seasons 4 through 6 is coming out in June.
Sweet.
And that one's like $11 hardcover, so it's worth it.
Okay, so anyway, this friend of mine, really big into anime, and he was very much an introvert. badly, like really, really badly. And he hung out with us and everything, but we were his friends. And he would blast me. He would heavily criticize me because I would go to anime conventions being such a casual anime fan. It was one of those, I hate to say it, but it was one of those purist types. It's like,
well, real quick, my counter argument to him is anime cons are not actually meant for the hardcore anime fans. They're truly meant for the casual fans.
Mm-hmm. I say they can be for both, but...
Well, no, I'm just saying, in terms of how a con runs, you want to catch your net out wide. You know you're going to get the hardcore ones no matter what, but you bring in a lot of stuff to bring in the casuals.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine how many people they'd lose if it was just hardcore?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Animes people have never heard of.
Uh-huh.
Like the super obscure ones. And I mean, that was the thing, is like, because I remember he would always get really disappointed whenever he would mention, have you ever seen this anime? And it's one I've never heard of. And it's like, oh, you should check it out sometime. And it's like, I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to have time to go sit down and watch this.
You will for One Punch Man, though.
I do love One Punch Man. But I mean, you also got to understand, this was like 7 years ago, if not longer. But he would get genuinely salty and upset about that. About how I was going there for the wrong reasons and how I shouldn't be. Why are you here if you're not, doing animes or going to panels and whatnot? And obviously this is just a theory of mine, and I really hope I'm not right. But this is, of course, no offense whatsoever, but looking back on it, it might have been a cover-up for his own personal frustrations of not being able to go talk to these people like I could.
Maybe. But, that reminds me of another point I completely forgot.
Also, I've got one more, but...
Don't go to a con just to meet one person.
Yeah.
And when I say one person, I'm not name-dropping here, I'm just using umbrella terms. Voice actors, show staff, analysts, community guests. Don't go there just to meet them, because I'm telling you right now, you're going to be disappointed.
Why would you be disappointed?
Because, first of all, they won't have the time to talk to you like you want to talk to them.
Okay.
Second, no offense, they're not there to talk to you. They're there for everyone else. It's the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
They will talk to you, though.
They will
But
if
not
they
for
have
the-
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But normally, when you see them walking around, they don't have time.
Oh, yeah.
Because they need to get to their panel. They need to get to autographs. They need to get to interviews. They won't have time for you. And that's even community guests, analysts. Oh, I'm not name dropping here. And I know I talked about analysts last time, but a lot of them, no offense, they don't necessarily care about you. And this is, again, my personal opinion, not the opinions of everyone else on here. But a lot of them will spend more time with their super fans that have done more for them.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
It's that saying, don't ever meet your heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I say take that phrase with a grain of salt, because I have met heroes. I have met some of my personal heroes in the past, and they have been very pleasant experiences.
I'm saying mostly for like community guests and all that. What I'm saying is with show staff and the VIPs, don't go there just to meet them, because you're not going to feel satisfied with the amount of time you get to talk with them, and you might walk away thinking, oh my gosh, they're such assholes. Why'd I ever like them?
Well, I mean, for me, like, I'm absolutely not going to name drop, but there is a guy I know who goes... I'm also going to no, it's not him. I'm going to bring it up to another point with this friend of mine. But there was a dude... We know him. He is a very good guy. I'm not saying he's not, but I will admit it irks me a little bit. Like, every time he says, hey, are you going to this convention or that convention? And just like, if I say, yes, I am, or stuff like that, it's like, he'll go on and talk about how he's going to get this autograph, that autograph, this autograph.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes, I know you do. Don't say it. But it's like, as soon, I'll tell you. No, it's not you. It's not you. But it's like, as soon as a con has announced, like, insert con on the other side of the country just nabbed Tabitha St. Germain, he's immediately on as like, okay, now I'm going to this convention.
Really? Just for that fact alone?
Which, I mean, look, if that's what he wants to do, it's his money, it's his time. Obviously, that's his right to do so. It's
of course,
just,
yeah.
I see it in a different way. I can't do that.
Yeah. And just real quick, just so I'm not
It's just like
too much of the bad guy here, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I was that way back when I first went to anime cons. I was the guy that was like, oh, sweet. Kyle Aber's going to be here. Voice of adult Gohan and announcer Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just using him as an example. He's going to be here. I'm going to go talk to him. That's the only reason why I'm going to this con.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a time whenever I talked to him, of course, I'm not going to go into the story where I found out I was right about this, but I talked to him for a few seconds and then he just blew me off. And it was probably because his handler told him, hey, we need to be going.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, man, this guy's an asshole. Why did I ever want to meet him?
Looking back, you gave him the benefit of the doubt. He had to go do something else.
Yeah, later on, several years later, and then several years later, said some things about me personally at my convention that I don't want to get into, where I don't like the guy at all anymore. Still a great voice actor. If you love Kyle, hey, that's all you. Just not a big fan of his. But I understand what that's like. And I know a lot of people aren't like me and will have that switch in their head go, they were probably busy.
Mm.
I was being the nuisance there. A lot of people are thinking in that situation, me, and they want all the attention from the person they came to see. And I've met several people like that, and I've had to explain to them, like, look, as someone that's handled VIPs before, they had to go somewhere. It was nothing against you.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking with Skulu about that last night with Screw Attack.
Well, a lot of times...
Oh, no, I was. You weren't in the room at the time.
Yeah, I must have been doing something else.
That's when you were going to 7-Eleven.
Right.
But he was saying how Matt Pat, for the first SGC, he was his handler. And he was talking to people, and if it wasn't for him telling Matt, hey, we need to go, Matt's such a nice guy that he would have continued talking to people and would have missed his panel.
He would have kept
And
going
he
for
has,
hours.
yeah, he had to be the bad guy in that. And Matt Pat, in turn, had to be the bad guy for leaving. But a lot of people probably thought, man, I really love this guy. I watched his videos, and
I
he
guess
treats
you're
me
too
like
good
this.
for us. Whoa.
That mentality. I'm just telling you, please don't go to a convention for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Go there for you first.
And if I happen to be there, hey.
That's like, if you go to...
If you happen to go to a room party and they're there, and they're not talking with anyone, chat with them. They're not going to be like, no, I'm too important for you.
Yeah.
They're people at the end of the day.
And again, this is not me tooting my own horn. This is like, I have had experiences in the past. Like, I've been to room parties where I've chatted with people like Peter New and Brenda Critchlow. And I will go on record saying Brenda Critchlow, voice of Zecora.
Can you put that in rhyme?
Oh my god. Okay. No, hold on.
He's going to try for it.
I will. I went to a room party, found a girl so lovely and heartly. This is already off to a bad start, but I am still trying to speak from the heart. Huh?
This is already off to a bad start. You failed.
This is already off to a bad start, but I'm still trying to speak from the heart. Brenda Critchlow.
Shit, nothing rhymes with Critchlow.
What?
Nothing rhymes with Critchlow.
I'm trying, okay?
Okay, you already put in the attempt, so
I'm trying, okay? Let me do this my way. But for real, Brenda, I met Brenda Critchlow at a room party. Thank you for the golf clap. I tried.
I did first.
But I met Brenda Critchlow at a room party, and we just talked a lot. And she is one of the sweetest people I've ever met. She is amazing. I love her. She is awesome. And that's the thing. It was like she wasn't a part of it. It wasn't a panel. It wasn't an autograph. She was just there. She was there hanging out, and we had a chat for a while. And she is an absolutely pleasant person to be around. It was like many of the people who work on the show.
Speaking of that, just talking to the voice actors and all that, try to do it on Twitter. I talked to Marika for like 2 hours about cats.
Yeah, I got into it with her about baseball, about whenever her
his conversation is much more important.
Beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. But I know what you're talking about. She and I would go back and forth about her Blue Jays versus my Rangers. We had that going for 2 years. For 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And Marika's cool. She was totally fine with it. And eventually, at the last second at Nightmare Nights, I finally saw her at the last second. It's like, hey, go Rangers! I mean, you beat us, but still, go Rangers! And, she's a good sport about it. She was super cool.
I get that reference, because of sports.
Non-intentional, but yeah.
And not only that, like, DWK. I've been randomly chatting with him, and we might get an interview out of it. Just don't be afraid to talk to them through Twitter first.
But I mean, if just
That's honestly the best outlet because they're not too busy.
Because it's a direct link to that.
well,
Exactly.
again, it's like something I want to stress with this is if you do go to these conventions to get an autograph, to try to mingle with the voice acting and stuff, we're not trying to tell you that's wrong and you shouldn't do it. It's just don't let that be the reason you're going.
Yeah, have some more fun with it other than just waiting in line.
Well,
Make that second priority.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing is like I want to tie this back to my friend that I mentioned is, he would get mad at me. Well, he'd get frustrated because I would barely go to any panels.
How dare you not watch anime and not pay for my food?
And
Pretty much that.
kind of not one right.
Obviously, yeah, perfect.
Yeah. But it's just, it was a disappointing thing to look back on because I see, especially now, how just short-sighted that is. And like I said, 43 conventions later, I can absolutely say with entire confidence is that's not why you should go. If that is part of why you go, great. But go, as you guys said, go for yourself. Go with friends. If you don't have friends there, make friends. That's why we're there. And that's one of the reasons why I love going to all these conventions, because these people that we've made friends with that aren't even from Texas. And I will say names of people I got nothing but love for. Luck, Brainy, Brony Physicist, BP, Scope, all these people that we will go to these...
Whoa, we're not friends with Scope.
Yeah.
Scope hates us.
Scope hates everybody.
I know, but still.
But anyway, but you see my point is like we go to these conventions and we know that they're going to be going to them as well, and it gets us... Tax Pony, love these people to death. And I know that not every convention we go to, but they're coming down for Niagara. And it's like, oh, sweet, I'm going to get to see my buddies from Massachusetts, Washington again. And that's such a cool feeling. It's a feeling that's just as cool, if not cooler than, oh my God, Tabitha St. Germain is going to be at this convention. I'm going to get my playmat signed by her. Or stuff like that.
Was that a jab at me?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're looking
I'm
right
gonna
at
get
it.
40 signatures by Tabitha. Just throwing an example out there.
Yeah, I know. But see, hold
That
on.
was a jab at me.
Hold on. Same person. The one I've been talking
Yeah,
about. The whole criticizing me for anime. This is the same person, but I want to use an example that's outside of conventions for this. So, and I'm also going to bring in another friend of mine. Somebody else I haven't talked to in a very long time. Hope he's doing well. But these two guys, this was back when I had, I hate calling them this, but my old circle of friends.
Yeah.
Like, back
We're
when
the
I
bear
first...
circle, right?
Huh?
We're the bear circle, right? Right.
I plead the fifth. One day I got invited with this person, this new person that I'm bringing into this.
Yeah. You just assign them.
Yeah, I'm
names.
gonna give them names. Let's call, for the sake of Pokemon, let's call them Red and Blue.
That's way too complicated for me.
Red was the one who would criticize me for going to anime conventions.
You're saying that because I'm wearing red, aren't you?
Absolutely. I'm wearing red.
He's wearing red.
You're not wearing red, but you have a Valor shirt on, and that's red.
Valor all the way, baby.
So anyways, Red was the one who would criticize me, and Blue is this new guy who actually invited me to go to a little outing of his, because Blue was involved in Scouts.
No, that's cool.
He was involved in Scouts for a while. He
Are you
recently...
sure it isn't Rowan?
It is not Rowan. But he got his Eagle Scout, and I went to his ceremony, and I was very happy for him.
It is Rowan.
It's not Rowan.
Eagles
But
Scout.
I was really happy for him and everything. And one day, as part of his scouting thing, Blue invited me, because he could bring some people with him, but he invited me to a lock-in at a rock climbing place. I can't remember the name of it or where. I think it was called Extreme, but it was a super cool rock climbing place that I had never been to. And I was like,
Is
hey,
it just rock climbing or is it a rec center?
no, it's a place that specializes in rock climbing.
Huh.
But it was a lock-in. It was like, hey, my scout troop is going there we're gonna spend the night. We're gonna have some fun. Would you like to come? I'm like, hell yeah, that sounds great. So Blue invited Red and I to go to this lock-in of his where it was just rock climbing. I think it was called Extreme, but it was just a place that specialized in rock climbing. And I'm like, Yeah, that sounds super awesome. Granted, I didn't know anybody there except for those two, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. So we go, and it's off to a really good start because it was they had the rock climbing stuff open for a long time, and
You said it was just rock climbing. There's no rec center or anything like that.
there's not like basketball courts or anything like that. It's kind of small, but also kind of big.
Yeah.
But it was like we would do all these different activities that involved either rock climbing or just running around on the mats.
Yeah.
And one of
Doing
which
flips and whatnot.
exactly, and we would do they had team building games where you'd have to work together to figure out how to get across this. I think there was one where it was like we had to figure out a way to work together to get everybody over this pole without touching. It was like reverse limbo. You go over instead of under, and people would literally lift people up over the pole, like working together, and he's just it was team building stuff, and that was super cool. And this was with people I had never met before, and I was hitting it off like that. Where were Red and Blue? They were in the party room playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl all night long. I need to say this real quick that both Red and Blue were, especially Blue, no offense, were obsessed with Smash Brothers. His life revolved around Smash Brothers and Pokemon. Trixie, I love you, but you do not hold a candle to this guy when it comes to the obsession.
Good.
I know. You know what I mean. It's like you don't even come close to it. And
it's fine to be there and play Smash Brothers, but
it's like I could
not
do
the
that
whole time.
Well, okay, if we got in a couple rounds, that's fine. But why would you go out to this social gathering and do something you can do when you can do at home? That's because we would. In these days, we would get together all the time, hang out as our group, and play Smash Brothers for hours. So why is this any different? We have the chance to do something that's pretty special and unique, but you would rather spend this entire night just doing nothing but play Smash with this troop of people that you already know. I've never met these people in my life, and I feel like I'm getting along with them better than what you're doing. That's where I don't get it. Obviously, I'm not saying you're wrong for doing that because it's it's your time, your decision.
Yeah.
You do what you want with it, but I don't understand why.
I understand you completely on that. It's like, didn't you have a buddy that used to go to Nightmare Nights that would sit in the room and play nothing but League of Legends?
It was Brony Fest, but yes, I did.
Yeah.
This is also the same guy who would look up spoilers for episodes and then turn right around and be like, I don't understand why you guys are surprised or excited for that. It's like, because we didn't look up the damn spoilers.
Well, maybe you should have.
No. But yeah, he was one of the people who I went to Brony Fest with, and he's a great dude and everything. And I think now, because I still talk to him on occasion, he knows that he was
Blue or red?
Huh?
Or both? Blue, red, or both?
Oh, this is somebody else. This is green.
Oh, I knew you were going to say green.
This is green. But yeah, that was the thing. Is just, especially with Red above all else was just the example of. Obviously, it's your time, it's your money, you're doing what you want with it, but you'll have to forgive me if I find that's also kind of short-sighted. Yeah. Because if that's the whole reason you go, it's just gonna get stale. Yeah. I didn't go to 43 conventions to go get this signature, that signature. I went to go hang out with you guys.
I bet you can count all the signatures you have on one hand.
I do have a couple, my fair share of signatures. Nowhere near as many as you.
You could buy a car.
He can. I can't do that. But I've got my art book that has a bunch of signatures. I've got prints that have a lot of signatures. Yes, I know. Thank you. But I've got my fair share of autographs.
Yeah. Oh, no offense. You ain't getting my book of My Little Pony movie art.
I wasn't asking for it.
I know. Just saying.
But I mean, that I got G and Barrow's signatures on all three of those Daring Do books.
Same here.
And before you ask, yes, they are made out to Daring DEW.
I really need to get that set.
It's really good.
I don't know. Do they still make it?
Yeah.
I think so. Like the treasure box thing?
I believe so, yeah.
Are they good books?
Yeah, they're really good.
I read through the first one. It was pretty good.
It's like.
I just have one question. Was there a short round character?
I don't remember one. I haven't finished them. I finished them.
You would remember short round.
Not in the first one, then. But it's a genuine. It's like reading an episode that's about Daring Do. It's really well done.
It's like the other GM Barrow books.
Yeah, and that's
Never
fine.
read any of the other GM Barrow books.
I read the Twilight one. It's pretty much reading.
It's an episode, and that we mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, it's just this level of intimacy, making these friends. I mean, because I technically No offense, not so much Tibor because I met you at a meetup.
Mm-hmm.
But like I met you guys at conventions, and a lot of my super close friends.
You met me at my convention.
Still a convention.
I just had to throw that out.
Yeah, I know.
That's the only thing I get is bragging rights from that convention.
You had to do the glasses thing. Yes, it was adorable. Good for you, champ.
And it was because of that con that I went to the meetups.
Bingo. And then there's your snowball. The snowball just goes downhill, and it's gargantuan now. But you're not gonna get that if all you do is like you go to like even the ones who, and I've seen this happen, is like they go to the convention, get a hotel room, like assuming it's in their area.
And then they'll wait for the panel to start or for an autograph session, go to it, come back, and then just
spend the rest of the time up in the room. It's like, dude, I understand, everyone has, a sense of introvertedness to them and whatnot. And, sometimes I do just want to go up into the room and chill. That's fine. But to spend the entire weekend there, when you could be doing so much special stuff downstairs with other people, making new friends.
And also another good way of getting comfortable around conventions, volunteer.
Yeah. That
It honestly will help out.
Either volunteer or be a panelist.
Exactly.
Do something that
do both. You're more likely to be a volunteer.
Okay.
Because a lot of other people submit panels. As long as you don't submit stupid ones, you have a good chance of getting a panel, but...
Depends on the convention.
Yeah, like that 40 the interruption panel. That's a stupid one.
God.
That is pretty stupid.
Those guys are awful.
Mm-hmm.
I know, especially the fat one with glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about you, Trixie.
I thought you'd be like, what is everyone looking at me for?
What's everyone looking at me for?
That guy in the cowboy hat seems to be quite the jackass, though.
I bet he plays
really
guitar.
is.
Ew, really?
God.
Jesus. People these days. So,
and if you volunteer, don't you get a free badge to go in? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
As long as you do your work.
Yeah, you gotta put in the hours that they require you
Put in
for.
the time.
Oh yeah, and then that's worth it already, right there.
Trixie, let me ask you.
Unless you're Trixie, then you get banned.
I'm sure I already know the answer, but for the sake of this episode and whatnot, why did you go to Brony Fest? What was the main reason? It wasn't to go get signatures, was it?
Oh no, of course not. Like when I first heard about it, that's when around the same time that I said that I was a brony,
Mm-hmm.
and then I talked to is that to name drop or?
In this case, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
say Seth.
Okay, yeah. When I met Seth, he was working at Sprint at Collin Creek Mall.
God, this story kills me.
Yeah, and then he told me about that. I was like, a brony convention? What? That sounds awesome! Like right away, and I just looked into it. I was like, all right, and I looked up the pricing and all that. The hotel was dirt cheap, and yeah, that was the first time I stayed at a convention.
Yeah.
And in my own hotel room. That was one of the few times I had my own hotel room to myself.
I bet you miss those days.
When I don't forget to check out.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh crap! I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the animation celebration.
That was an extra, what, 140?
Something like that, yeah.
Jesus, man.
You have to pay for an extra day, basically.
Yeah. Don't miss checkout. Yeah. Don't miss checkout.
That's one of our number one advices to you.
Do not miss checkout.
If you
Unless you have the money to spare and you're going to be stranded in the Bahamas.
Oh! Way to make a current joke. Jesus.
I have a few in me.
Whoa.
But I mean, at that time, I wasn't even into signatures, really.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this was when he was very much in his larva stage.
At that time, the only conventions
I was a
went
rookie
to,
brony too.
the only conventions I went to was A-Con and A-Fest, and even during that year, it was my first A-Fest ever. So
why did you
A-Con.
go to A-Con and A-Fest?
I mean,
Naruto.
No, for real.
I don't know, like I forget where I heard about A-Con, but like I just remember my mom taking us, and we were just like, whoa, just overwhelmed by all the people.
A kid in a candy shop.
Exactly. And I still remember and still have the first thing I ever bought.
Well, again, like,
But
dude.
like I remember back then I used to go for the merchandise memorabilia.
And that's what I was saying, is like, if you are that person, it's not bad. It's not bad to admit, yeah, I was that guy. I mean, this one has done it like 3 times already.
Wait, what'd I do?
Admitted that you used to be a guy who would,
Just go to buy stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to go
Nice.
there because my first year I was 13 years old. I didn't have the money for anything, so like, you know what? When I get a job, I'm gonna buy some stuff. I
Mhm.
want to get this. So then a couple years pass. I finally get a job. I'm like, okay, I'm getting this because before I'd just go to panels, and then just buy stuff and just going to panels and going to buy stuff. And not only that, that's also around. I think it was 2010. No, it was 2009. Right, 2008 or 9, when my buddy Andrew was found dead.
Oh yes, I remember that story.
And this was in the middle of Akon, and my buddy Matt, who was really good friends with him as well, decided to stay throughout the rest of Akon. And at the time, I was like, man, that's heartless. But then I realized that was his escape from one of his best friends being found dead.
I can see why it would be a fault, but I also can't blame him.
I can't blame him at all either. And the worst part is he had to go to the Philippines after that to see his family, so he was gone for 2 months.
Oh, God.
He couldn't go to the funeral.
But
I'm getting off topic.
yeah.
But it was around that point I was like, you know what? This doesn't, I don't want to feel this empty anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go for me. I want to go to have fun. So I'd only go like Dallas or Brunson was going. We'd have a blast. We'd go to the cold reading panel with the voice actors from Funimation, and we'd have a great time. And Brunson every time would try to go up there and be the announcer for it.
Yeah.
Never did, unfortunately, but like when you go with your friends, you're gonna have a good time no matter what. Yeah, like going to panels with buddies and all that.
A bunch of fun. Absolutely enjoyed it, but then we all realized that we don't want to go to other people's panels. We want to do our own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, doing panels is great, especially with friends. If you're doing it by yourself, it's gonna be a hard time. A really, really hard
Well,
time.
that's not to say don't go to other
I
people's
know.
panels. I mean, I've had a blast at other people's panels, but it is a very special feeling once you start doing it for yourself. It is a very special feeling.
And I wanted to bring this up that
Shoot.
the as being one of those guys who only went to buy stuff. Looking back now, I don't even remember if that makes me think, did I really have fun when I went to those cons? And honestly, I can barely remember my first A-Con because all I did was go to the dealer's room.
I mostly remember my first A-Con because it was just a culture shock for me, like seeing all these different VHSs. Yeah, I went there when there's still VHSs of anime before DVD was really popular.
Well, like the other ones afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of those? Like,
I still remember the layouts of each A-Con I've been to and all that, but I mostly remember the dealer's room.
Exactly.
And it just wasn't fun.
It's interesting too because what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So again, this is disclaimer. This is not in any way, shape, or form us trying to boast or brag or toot our own horn, but it is an interesting thing that I caught on with. Is I think you guys have too, but I personally have been approached by people in the past about those that kind of go to the con for one specific reason, to see this voice actor, to go buy stuff or something like that, and they've come to me and expressed a great sense of envy, in the sense of it's not envy for the fact that I've run panels, the fact that I've played music or anything like that. It's the envy of, man, you guys have so many stories to tell at all these different conventions, and they're jealous of that. They're envious of it, and obviously they want that for themselves. And how do we get that?
Go out and do stuff.
Go out and do stuff. I don't know if you guys.
I get a ton. Like a lot of people from Rowdy Rough Bronies, they would email us and say, man, how do you guys have so many good stories?
Exactly.
I'm just like, we were just us.
Yeah.
We just went out and had fun.
Yeah, people have a misconception,
Like, these things just happen to us.
well, when you go to a con, like, you expect, like, guests or, vendors or community guests, to have that, like, those make the con for you. Like, those people are going to give you your moments. But I've seen it, like, every time we go to a convention, it's always stories that we all did together.
Yeah. Very
Like that-
rarely do you have a story with a voice actress or something, because
we're very lucky with that one.
I mean, I think
Because
this
I've met so many of the people in the industry for the pony industry only have so many stories to tell though.
I have my fair share, but it's like I also
compared to our
I have
stories.
maybe
Yeah.
10 VA stories, maybe more. But when it comes to like our stuff, I could go on for literally days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yes.
So it was you were saying?
Oh no, I was just saying that and it kind of ties into, what we were talking about. It's like people only going for like certain things and everything, and then in reality, they kind of look back and they kind of feel empty after it's all said and done, because.
You know what? I would like to request a bit of an amendment to that. It's not honestly, it's something that I would personally argue is worse than feeling empty. I wouldn't say they feel empty, but sometimes these kinds of people
They let themselves down.
They would walk away from a con wishing that they did a little more.
I walk away from every con doing that.
Well, yeah, I do too, but I also walk away knowing that I did do a lot. These people who go, these people that we're talking about that just buy, sign. I'm sure some of them will walk away. Yeah,
Thank God you didn't say sign for a third time because you would have summoned him here.
you're right. Have you guys? I wanted to bring this up earlier. Actually, have you guys noticed that like at BabsCon stuff like that, I have been buying significantly less stuff in dealers' rooms?
I'm no offense. I rarely get to be around you at cons.
That's true.
You usually ditch me pretty quickly. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it feels like ditching sometimes.
I'm not trying.
I know. That's why I said I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I rarely get to be around you at cons.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, say, Luck's there, and then you're always off making out with your boy toy or something like that.
Well,
I mean, someone's got to make him feel important.
Well, look, and again, in our defense, that's the only time I see this guy for the first time in how long? Since Nightmare Nights.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I want to make sure that we get music stuff done. Yeah. And it's not me trying to blow you off or
I know.
anything. It's
But-
just we've all found ways to keep ourselves legitimately busy now.
But I'm just saying, like, I rarely get to see you at cons, so I can't notice that you're buying less.
Okay, well, yeah, fine, you're right. Then let me go ahead. Yeah, like BabsCon, Nightmare Nights and stuff like that. Obviously I go look through the dealer room just to see what's what, but I rarely buy stuff now. I very rarely, like I will, and a lot of it is to be conservative on money because I got to get back to Dallas, but I don't buy stuff as much as I used to. Back when I would first go to A-Con and A-Fest, I'd have my fair share of splurges, especially at A-Con. Like,
Yeah. Like,
I don't do
last
that
year at
anymore.
Babs, I splurged really hard, and it took me a good 6 months to recover from that because I was working at Whataburger.
Yeah,
I splurged there too.
yeah, but that's like, I think we're doing that less and less. I'm not saying we'll never do it again. I mean, for God's sakes, we all said we're gonna,
BronyCon.
yeah, BronyCon.
I was gonna say 'cause that's coming up in August.
No, we're gonna live it up at BronyCon. Let's put it that way.
To be honest, we did promise
try
ourselves
at
that that's the exception.
Yeah,
Because it is part of our bucket list.
and also we're probably gonna do the same thing with Nightmare Nights, but it's significantly easier
Mm-hmm.
because it's in our backyard.
Oh, yeah.
No plane necessary to get there.
Exactly. But yeah. So I think we've kind of made our point with this.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This
you
is
didn't have
something we
one-
could keep talking about, but
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely consider this a part one of
Something
Question
we
mark?
revisit. You were gonna say something?
Didn't you have one more thing to say, or did you already say everything you wanted to?
I was gonna go back to. I didn't forget about that.
No. That's
Tibbs, you ain't escaping.
I know. I'm not trying to weasel out of this.
I know you're
I think.
Yeah, he's just trying Mediterranean out of it.
Just go.
I think someone either Trixie or JWhoof said it when the difference in between pony cons and just any other con is that other cons, anime conventions or comic book conventions or even gaming conventions, it's too general, and then there's a lot of people, only liking certain video games and not liking all of it. So you're always going to have these clash of people, and I guess with
You get that significantly less here.
because you're dealing with people dealing with like a specific show from a specific generation.
Yeah, the worst we get is the War of the Waifus.
And boy, does that happen very often.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, believe it or not, it has not really happened to me that much.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising. Or not surprising.
Well, it's like
I
a
should say.
Pony the Interruption. We always got that one person who would start bashing the crap out of Rainbow Dash ever since. When I would start mentioning, yeah, I love Rainbow Dash, and they'd be like, oh, arrogant, blah blah blah. I was like, sorry, it's not my fault. She's good.
That's the biggest that we have to deal with, as far as.
Which I mean, all things considered, is very small.
Oh yeah, it's compared to other things that you
But
may deal with other cons. That's
to
very very
really-
minuscule.
to really narrow it down to just a small handful of words, it's just what's separate. Oh, actually, you're right, Jay Thor. There is one last point I did want to bring up. Yes, thank you. And it's actually right beside you.
No.
No, not that.
Oh.
Horses at home.
Oh.
I will continue to sing the highest of praises for that.
I will also.
Did you ever get the second?
Yeah, I did. It's actually over here.
Oh, cool.
Can I see it?
Yes, actually. I'll show you whenever we're. I'll
Could
show
you
you
also
when
get
we're
like
done.
a?
But he wants to see now.
Show the audience too.
I gotta find it. It's in here somewhere.
But
But
I
yeah,
do
for
wanna see
Horses at Home I love this convention so much because it proved the point that I think needed to be proved with how you don't have to have a badge, you don't have to physically be there to share and have the same kind of intimacy and just feel goodness that you would from an actual convention. Because again, like, we've been to many conventions, we've experienced this feeling many, many times, and we're going to experience it many more. Horses at Home was the first of its kind that I've experienced with that. And I can say I am beyond impressed that I walked away from that without even leaving my bedroom with the same feeling of intimacy, making memories, and honestly a post-con depression.
oh yeah, I heard about
God.
this.
That's impressive.
I heard about Horses at Home a year ago, and I thought, wow, that's a really novel concept.
All I thought was, damn it, why did I think of it
It's
first?
brilliant.
It's why hasn't anybody brought this to light before?
And I hope we see it more and more, not just that specific
And-
team behind it, but I hope we see some spin-offs of it, because they want to see that too.
And this year was the first time I actually went on.
Oh, there it
checked
is.
out several of the panels, and it was actually really,
was
really
great.
yeah, and it kind of brings what I was saying, to point was that you can have only attendees, like only people,
You
For a
don't have
convention.
to physically be there. It obviously helps.
Well, yeah, but obviously you don't need vendors, you don't need guests or anything to make it a really cool convention idea.
Mhm.
Because you can only have people that all of this one same thing that we all do, and it still can be
Oh god, strap to the side.
the most awesome thing ever.
Yeah.
And this proves it.
It really does, and I mean, obviously, this is just me talking off the top of my head, but it's always possible that this could start a new era in this fandom where we see many online conventions, and I would welcome that with open arms, because there's so many people out there who don't get to have we're very, very blessed to be able to go to so many conventions, and there's people out there who haven't even been to one yet.
Yeah.
So whenever they have something like that, and I think I mentioned this last time actually, but it's such an important point to me, is people that they don't know what a convention is like, but they have this and they have so much fun. It motivates them. It gets them excited. It gives them a taste of what this is like.
Yeah.
And that's phenomenal. So once again, hats off to Horses at Home. I can't wait to see you guys again in 2018.
Put it on your hat and then take it off for them.
Okay, hold on. Hat
Wear it
is
like
on.
you wear it.
Yeah.
Hats off to Horses at Home.
There we go.
There you go. Okay.
That's legit.
Yes. So I think we got a good point with this.
Yeah.
We got our points
I think-
across.
I think we did.
Intimacy. Yeah. Let's wrap it up with that. One word. What separates PonyCons from other conventions, and intimacy.
Yeah.
What about you
That's a
guys?
good word.
I think that's a perfect word to sum it up.
All right then. Do we have anything else?
No?
I think we're good.
No, I think we said all we needed to say.
Okay, good. This was a really good one. The only thing I can think of is just a quick plug I was gonna give. I mentioned it earlier, but yesterday I posted. By the time this is on, maybe like a day or two ago, I posted my 350 subscriber special of Black Griffin's song "Faster Than You Know." I will provide a link to that, but definitely check that out because I had a lot of fun with that cover, and I won't lie, I am pretty proud of the production that went into it. Took about 2 months, but I thought it was worth it. So check that out. Thank you again very, very much for listening. We will see you guys again next week whenever we review A Flurry of Emotions and get our first impressions of the new episode. So thank you again. Let us know what you guys think. I cannot stress enough how much we want to hear from you guys.
How was your con experience?
Please, we want to hear responses from this. So get involved. Thank you for listening to us ramble. And until next time, I'm Do the Daring Do.
I'm Trixie.
I'm Tibbs.
And I'm JWhoof.
All right then. Thank you very much. Good night.